Right now at noon, Big Ten football is officially back. We'll tell you when the season is set to start. And one of Wisconsin Dells' oldest attractions is shutting down for good. We'll have more on the decision to permanently shut down the Tommy Bartlett Water Show.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in today. The Big Ten announced this morning that the football season will start up next month. Our sports director, Zach Hanley, has more on what we can expect this football season. Zach.
Well, way back on August 11th, you didn't think we'd get to this point, right? But it's official. Big Ten football is back, and the league will kick off the season on October 23rd and 24th. Now, teams can practice immediately, and there will be daily testing for all Big Ten fall athletes. Schedule-wise, the Badgers will play 8 games in 8 weeks, plus a crossover game. So if you're in the West, you'll play a team from the East during championship week. Now, a full slate is expected to be released later this week.
Now we have answers. The testing is an answer. The dealing with the heart situation is, we have answers to that. Protocol, contact tracing is answered. So all those were answered, and that's, you know, in the end, that's the reason we move forward, because the safety questions were answered, the medical questions were answered.
Now, league-wide, there won't be any fans allowed in the stands besides the players' family. And as far as the other small sports, volleyball, soccer, and cross-country, Alvarez said since most of their championship games for the fall have been canceled, they'll likely stay in the spring. Mark?
All right, Zach, thank you. UW Chancellor Rebecca Blain is reacting to the news of the Big Ten starting football by saying, quote, "I support our coaches and student athletes and want them to have the opportunity to safely compete, if possible. I believe the plan put forward by the Return to Competition Committee, with its extensive safety protocols and tight controls, allows that to happen." Dane County has reached 8,000 positive COVID-19 cases. Data from health officials show that there have been 91,555 positive lifetime cases of coronavirus in Wisconsin, including 1,223 deaths. About 11.5%, or about 10,500 cases, remain active. Meanwhile, on the UW-Madison campus, the vast majority of students who have tested positive for COVID-19 have reported that they are experiencing symptoms during their infections. Health Madison and Dane County officials said that 88.3% of students who have tested positive have reported different levels of sickness. As of Tuesday, 2,160 UW-Madison students have tested positive for coronavirus. That's according to a news release. At least 7% of the more than 31,000 undergrads on the UW-Madison campus have tested positive for COVID-19. New at noon, UW-Madison is adjusting tuition refund deadlines to help students and families cope with challenges related to COVID-19. University officials announced the change this morning. For students negatively affected by COVID-19 and who choose to completely withdraw from the semester, a full tuition refund will be possible until this Friday. The deadline for students to drop a fall term course and receive a 50% tuition refund or adjusted tuition remains September 25th. Well, another sunny and breezy day. Let's head to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your first warn forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Mark. We've had more blue skies yesterday than today, but some of that smoke is already starting to filter back in, creating a bit more of that hazy look to the sky. But I promise, it is sunny above that. But, of course, the smoke is going to create a little bit more gray. 73 is our temperature right now. There's really not much in the way of a breeze, but it is still comfortable as you begin to step outside. Janesville at 77, Lone Rock at 72. We're really seeing all of those temperatures into the low 70s, although a couple spots, Viroqua and Black River Falls, do remain into the upper 60s as of now. High-resolution Doppler is clear. I expected that to be the theme all week. That continues to be our theme right now as rain chances continue to be kept at a minimum, but the hazy skies are sticking around. Look for those all afternoon. We'll top out right around 76 for today's high mark.
All right, we'll check back in a few minutes. Thank you, Chris. The chief of the Baraboo Police Department has been placed on paid administrative leave. That's according to the city's mayor. Police Chief Mark Schaaf was placed on leave Tuesday. It's unclear how long the leave would last. The Baraboo mayor, Mike Palm, was also unable to share the reason for the leave with News 3 Now. Well, after nearly 7 decades, the Tommy Bartlett Show in Wisconsin Dells announced it will close permanently due to business losses during the pandemic. The owners of the Water, Ski, Sky, and Stage Show made the decision in May to close its attraction this summer due to restrictions on large gatherings. The show usually ran from Memorial Day until Labor Day. They had plans to open next summer for its 70th season. The owner said 115 seasonal employees lost their jobs when the show was canceled this summer. The Tommy Bartlett Show had more than 18,700 shows throughout its history. Tom Deal, the president and co-owner of the Tommy Bartlett Show, says, each fall we begin to plan for the next season, and with so much uncertainty surrounding the future of the pandemic and travel, we cannot undergo additional financial risk and investment to begin planning for summer 2021. While we are grateful that we have had almost 7 decades of entertaining visitors in Wisconsin Dells, we have no choice but to close the show. The company's year-round attraction, the Tommy Bartlett Exploratory, will remain open. President Trump keeps hinting that a coronavirus vaccine could be available before the November election. The Trump administration announced a plan this morning to make a vaccine free to all Americans. It's still unclear when a vaccine will be approved, but the president, during a town hall on ABC, insisted the virus will disappear with or without one.
Sure, over a period of time. Sure, with time it goes. And many deaths, and you'll develop herd, like a herd mentality. It's going to be herd developed, and that's going to happen. That will all happen. But with a vaccine, I think it will go away very quickly.
Which is now stolen the lives of almost 200,000 people in America.
The Biden campaign says it'll spend $65 million on new ads in key battleground states, including Wisconsin, this week, including 2 focusing on health care. Hurricane Sally remains a powerful, slow-moving storm, triggering potentially historic flooding in the Gulf Coast. Alabama and the Florida Panhandle are getting huge amounts of rain. The slow-moving storm strengthened into a Category 2 overnight, with winds of 100 miles per hour. Sally is expected to dump rain from Florida to Mississippi, which could lead to damaging storm surges and historic flooding in the region. Hundreds of thousands of homes and businesses in Florida and Alabama are without power, and the full extent of damage will not be known until Sally moves further inland. Now to the west, where more than 100 wildfires continue to burn. The Bobcat fire northeast of Los Angeles exploded again yesterday, inching closer to the historic Mount Wilson Observatory. In Oregon, aerial video shows entire communities have been destroyed across the state. At least 8 people are dead and 16 missing. The smoky air is so dangerous that 1 in 10 ER visits there are for asthma-like conditions. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. I'm next. We'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
An afternoon treat that's so good, you'll be counting down the seconds to snack time. 10, 9, 8.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized Sale on now. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted sofa just right for you.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture.
At Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
The time is right to do something nice for your home. Why not replace your gutters with LeafGuard, the only gutter system that has earned the Good Housekeeping seal of approval? Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. LeafGuard's patented one-piece seamless design keeps leaves and debris out, which means no more clogs, guaranteed. LeafGuard carries a lifetime warranty, so your home's foundation will be protected forever, and our customers couldn't be happier.
They're the best. I don't have to worry about the gutters getting clogged up with the seeds, the branches, the dirt, the roof sheddings, and it's just one less worry for me.
And right now, save big on your new LeafGuard brand gutter system and get some incredible extras. Order now and save 75% on installation labor, get free financing for a year, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
It's no secret, Robertson is Wisconsin's aesthetic leader. But with results this natural, patients can keep it a secret if they want. Our secret to reducing stubborn body fat? Cool Sculpting. Book a free consultation to learn how Cool Sculpting is different at Robertson.
Working out? Not canceled. Catching up? Not canceled. Game night? Not canceled. Nap time? Not canceled. If new carpet would make you happier at home, we're here to help. with standard carpet installation of just $75. Carpet one room or your whole house. And installation is only $75 while we celebrate our 75th anniversary. Coil Carpet One Floor and Home, locally owned and operated since 1945.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. RHD Plumbing now offers complete bathroom and kitchen remodeling, the best plumbers, and everything else you need to finish your dream project. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time, with no surprises. With the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proudly serving all of Dane County.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized Sale on now. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted sofa just right for you.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture.
At Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
As our week-long celebration of back to school continues, today we're focusing on an after-school snack that's not only fun and tasty, but one that's good for us. And let me tell you, these are good whether you're doing homework, heading to the ballpark, or simply watching TV. The first thing we do is line 24 mini muffin cups with paper liners. This will make these really easy to serve. Now we put some granola in a food processor along with a bit of melted butter. After pulsing this, we place a spoonful of it in the bottom of each liner and press it down firmly with our fingertips so it makes a crust. On top of that goes a spoonful of yogurt. As for the yogurt, that can be vanilla or really whatever kind you like. Next, we'll top these with some fresh fruit, and into the freezer they go. Then, when you're craving a snack, simply grab one or two for a treat that's mom approved. You see, when you have a good-for-you snack rather than junk food, everyone's happier. To get the recipe for what we call fruity frozen yogurt bites, simply visit our website. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a fun and fruity way for you to say, "Ooh, it's so good."
Howard, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. I'm next. Another sunny and breezy late summer day, but we could start seeing some cooler temperatures. Meteorologist Chris Reese has more in your first warn forecast next.
Our current president has failed. He's failed to protect us. He's failed to protect America. As president, I'll make you a promise. I'll protect America without exception every time. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Give your home the update it deserves today at Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out. Choose from our great selection of doors in stock. Right now, get 11% off all Mastercraft doors. Add security and style to your door with durable hardware from Schlage. Protect your home with a variety of designs and finishes and get 11% off all Schlage products. Start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
My mom was a bank teller, but her hands were so crippled by arthritis she could no longer do her job. She applied for Social Security disability benefits. Like most people, my mom was denied. I'm attorney Don Becker. Don't be embarrassed and don't give up. My mom appealed. You can too. Disability law is all we do.
Call the Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
Hi, I'm Brian from McGanno Furniture in Baraboo. We know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. When you shop at McGann's, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples just starting out to people my age, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. Plus, most purchases include free delivery and setup. Shop McGanno Furniture in downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
We can't deal with an economic crisis until you beat the pandemic. You can't have an economic comeback when almost 1,000 Americans die each day from COVID. Mr. President, do your job. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Patty says things are about to cool down. She'll have the details in her first warn forecast.
And with the start of a school year unlike any other, the state's top education official is getting ready to give the annual State of Education address.
We'll preview what she has to say Thursday morning.
Wisconsin voters deserve the truth. I'm News 3 Now's Amy Reed. I'm breaking down political ads, explaining whose money is behind them and separating truth from misinformation. Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blain's Farm and Fleet.
Well, there's signs of optimism for the global economy and pricey PPE. Another high-end fashion house wants in on the face covering business. Diane King Hall has more in today's Money Watch report.
The global economy is showing signs of resilience, according to a new outlook from the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. The international group expects the world economy to shrink by 4.5% this year. That is an improvement from its previous forecast of 6%. And the economic watchdog also predicts a recovery next year, projecting that the global economy will expand 5.2%. Southwest Airlines is doubling down on its promise to keep middle seats open through the fall. The budget airliner says it will keep the middle row clear through November 30th. The airline also reiterated its recent policy requiring passengers over the age of 2 to wear face masks. An Instagram influencer boycott. Kim Kardashian West, Katy Perry, Leonardo DiCaprio, and other celebrities and influencers are participating in a 24-hour boycott. They are freezing their accounts to protest how parent company Facebook handles hateful content and election misinformation on its platform. And face gear with a fashion statement. Louis Vuitton plans to sell a $961 coronavirus face shield. Vanity Fair reports the French fashion house will incorporate the PPE as part of the label's 2021 cruise collection. The headgear is attached by golden studs engraved with the LV logo. It can also be flipped up to be used as a hat. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 192 points. The NASDAQ down 35, but the S&P 500 is up a little over 8. Let's check in now with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee on a Louis Vuitton face shield hat.
It clashes with my seed corn cap, buddy. I'm sorry. I can't mix the styles. I can't force that.
No, you can't.
$900 and some dollars.
Yeah, I know.
Well, some people got the money for it. We'll see them. Just wait and see how those sales go. I'll tell you what, my sales are doing real well today as far as corn, soybeans, even wheat. The milk is also up on the midday. A little conversation about some profit takers that came in yesterday, eroded some of our soybean base, and more investors coming in today. I want folks to know that this afternoon, starting at 3 p.m., the governor's Blue Ribbon Task Force on Rural Prosperity is inviting you to join the conversation. They want to find out what can be done to reinvigorate our rural communities. Is it about health care? Is it about internet access? Is it about businesses getting started in rural communities? It's all up for grabs. I talked about it with Missy Hughes. She's the secretary of the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation. They're overseeing this Blue Ribbon Task Force. They're calling it Conversation with Commissioners, and a lot of these commissioners focused in on rural prosperity come from rural communities. A buddy of mine that's an ag teacher up in New Richmond's on it. They've got a student on it, some other farmers. So there's a lot of folks from the rural community that are interested to hear what you want to say. You can find more and get registered for that starting at 3 this afternoon. WEDC.org. Wow, the dairy markets are going bananas today, and I wish I had a reason why. Barrel cheese is up a penny, $1.61. 40-pound block cheese is up 11 1/4 today to $2.32 3/4. Double A butter up a half at $1.51. Part of the reason I bring that up is just stop and think about what I said. You've got barrel cheese. That's the big size at $1.61 that normally gets cut down to block, the smaller size at $2.32. It doesn't take a brain scientist to figure out the little blocks are $2.32. The big block's $1.61. You would expect that a lot of marketers, processors are going to be running at that cheaper barrel price mark for the upgrade on the block price, but that's just my common sense world, and unfortunately that doesn't always come to pass when it comes to markets.
I know, it makes sense to me too, but I agree.
We'll see. I don't know. 11 1/4 in a day. Somebody's hungry for it.
That's for sure. All right, Ben, thank you. We'll see you later. Here's Chris now with your first warn forecast.
Yeah, good afternoon, folks. Starting out with a live look over Platteville this afternoon. Still a beautiful day out there. The gray from the haze, but otherwise it's really clear skies and decorator clouds if it weren't for the smoke that was out there. Three things to know, though. We're going to look for another mild day today. Then we're cooling down back into the 60s as we go through the weekend, and we should stay dry through at least next Wednesday based on how the forecast trends are right now. But there's a chance that some of the smoke is actually getting ready to clear out. The weather map right now has a cold front draped right across the central part of Wisconsin. High pressure is coming in out of Canada. That's going to be a big reason for why things are going to be cooling down as we move into the days ahead. But there's not much moisture to work with, so I'm not expecting any kind of rain with that front. Here are those wildfires out west right now, bringing a lot of that smoke our direction as they have been for the past several days. Still some smoke over the upper Midwest right now, but here's future track. That front sweeps on through this afternoon. Notice how most of the smoke is now towards the south of that front, and we are seeing more clear skies on the back side of that. Now, as we move into Thursday, one area that I am watching is closer towards the Mississippi River Valley, right through the driftless region. That's where you have the better chance to at least see some upper atmosphere haze move in, but most of Wisconsin is going to be clear as we round out the rest of this week and move into the weekend. Doppler track remains clear as well. That's good news. We're keeping it that way as to be expected, but that front, it's right on top of us as we speak. Winds are towards the north and west throughout central parts of the state. They're still coming out of the south and west as you work your way closer towards the state line. We'll still top out around 76 this afternoon, but watch how we begin to drop in temperature headed into those overnight hours. This is 6:30 tomorrow morning. Our temperatures will likely be into the upper 40s to right around that 50-degree mark. You work your way up towards the north. Given that Black River Falls is still a normal cool spot, it gets colder there, but their overnight low is expected to be 42. Watch how things still trend just a little bit colder. This is tomorrow's high. We're only right around 64 at this point. Most areas are into the low and mid 60s, but then we start to move into tomorrow night. Some of these areas have a chance to drop into the upper 30s. Our forecast low is 44 tomorrow night. Black River Falls could likely drop into the upper 30s as we move into tomorrow night. Then by Friday, we're approaching lunchtime. Temperatures are still into the 50s, but still, I'm expecting sunshine this time. Last week we were cool and we had a lot of rain and clouds. A sunny 55 is going to feel a lot better than a rainy 55. I can promise you that. Here's the overall upper air pattern showing you that shot of cold through the weekend. Hang on to this though. Summer is not quite over just yet. It has a couple fights left. Here's some warmer air coming our direction as we move into next week. That means temperatures are likely to go right back above average after we've spent so much time being below average for a while. So here's that cold front. We're going down towards 60 for the weekend, back up towards 77 by the time we get you towards next week. Some areas will be close to 80. You already know that. And then here we are. That's coupled with more sunshine than not. In fact, our rain chances are so minor in the weeks ahead that we don't even have the graphic, the rain icon. They're overnight and they're very slim.
All right, drying out a little bit.
Yes, we are.
All right, Chris, thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now at noon, how Olympic hopefuls are training for the games for next year. That's ahead at noon.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What if I told you that hiring Bowler & Vaughn after an injury is free, and we don't get paid unless you do?
Really? Is that true?
It is true. Your first call is free, and we don't get paid until you do.
Seriously injured? Call Bowler & Vaughn.
Lately, we've come to appreciate what home has to offer. Right now at Feldco, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest for 1 year. That'll help keep your home and your family warm, safe, and comfortable all year long. That's something we've been providing for almost 50 years. Let Feldco get you ready for colder weather. Buy one window, get one free now.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
I was sworn into the United States Senate in a hospital. My wife and daughter had been killed in an automobile crash. And lying in the bed were my two little boys. I couldn't have imagined what it would have been like if I didn't have insurance to cover them immediately and fully. 40 years later, one of those little boys, my son Bo, was diagnosed with terminal cancer, given months to live. I can't fathom what would have happened if the insurance companies had the power to say, last few months you're on your own. The fact of the matter is, healthcare is personal to me. Obamacare is personal to me. When I see the President of the United States try to eliminate this healthcare in the middle of a public health crisis, that's personal to me too. We got to build on what we did because every American deserves affordable health care. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
A little compassion goes a long way at the Century House. Donate $50 or more to charity and save more than ever before on stressless seating. Get up to $400 off stressless recliners and office chairs, plus save hundreds more with $200 off every sofa seat you buy. Now's the perfect time to help others and fill your home with the unmatched comfort and beauty of stressless seating. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
What if I told you sometimes nursing homes don't provide the right kind of care, and it can result in abuse and neglect for your loved ones?
Really? How do I find out what's going on?
Call Bowler and Vaughn.
We'll help you find the answers you need and deserve.
Well, the Summer Games in Tokyo were postponed until 2021. What has happened since has tested Olympic athletes' limits in many ways. They're among the best athletes in the world, used to training with top-of-the-line equipment. But along with so many others, as the pandemic hit, Olympians had to find a way to work from home. World champions lifted weights in a local park or in the garage next to holiday decorations. Olympic hopefuls now have to wait to qualify for the upcoming games.
Everybody was getting ready to peak, and then all of a sudden we're having to come back down again.
It definitely felt deflated at first. Everything that I do every single day is kind of positioned in such a way that I could run my best when it counts the most. And then all of a sudden, that is stripped from you.
The Olympics are scheduled to take place on July 23rd through August 8th of 2021 in Tokyo, Japan. Here's Chris now with one final check of the forecast.
All right, lots of gold in the forecast in terms of that sunshine that's sticking around in the sky. We're keeping that really for the foreseeable future. Yes, there are some rain chances in the forecast, but they're overnight, and they are also incredibly minor. But look for temperatures around 76 for your high today. Then it's into the 60s, and we will be into the 60s until next week. Overnight lows Friday night could go all the way down to 40. I expect some places to be into the upper 30s. We're back close to 80 by next Wednesday.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4.
Now, a WISC TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
It feels especially fitting that the last editorial agenda of my career as editorial director for WISC is shared concerns. That's really what our editorials have been about for the last 28 years. The values we share and things we all care about. The work of citizens in a democracy begins with naming and framing shared concerns. In this final editorial, I urge you to continue to do that work together. This is an extraordinary city in an extraordinary region with extraordinary people. And every person, Republican and Democrat, urban and rural, black, brown, and white, straight and gay and other, young and old, cares about their families, their health, and their well-being. They want their lives to have meaning. They want to feel hope and joy. They want to love and be loved. I truly believe that here in Madison, there is nothing we can't do, and there is no inequity we can't right. Be kind to each other. Respect and care about each other. Listen and think, dream and do. Thank you for 28 years of listening to these editorials, thinking, dreaming, and doing.